Hello there, and welcome to another Girl Boss and Bourbon, where I, your host Brent Schaup, review episodes of Girl Boss whilst drinking some bourbon. Let's get started. So today we're looking at episode number 8, The Trip. In this episode, Annie and Sophia and Annie's boyfriend Dax, they are heading on a trip to go see Shane. Shane's still on tour, doing his band management job, and they go to LA to visit. Kind of fun trip for Annie and Dax, and of course Sophia gets to see Shane, who she hasn't seen in a few episodes now. So in this episode, we have two storylines going. We got the Annie Dax storyline, and we got the Sophia and Shane storyline. So this is kind of just zoned in just on these four people. Now they kind of experience some highs and lows in their own couples regards. So starting off with Annie and Dax, road trip starts off a little rocky. Annie's wanting to put the top down on the car and just be a little bit more crazy, and she feels like she's been held back and not like she can't have fun. They go to a concert that Shane's band is playing in, and Annie's gets offered some drugs, and she's like, I would like to do some drugs, but Dax is like, probably not good to accept drugs from strangers and take that at a concert. And Annie isn't having any of it, so she gets the drugs anyhow from the same girl in the bathroom. Apparently gets high, and so things are rocky up until that point. So they're back at the hotel, and they're kind of arguing about that. And to prove a point, Annie acts like she just is taking the rest of this acid that she has, but then she actually takes it, and they're freaking out because there was a lot. And so to like join in with her, and like, because he didn't know what to do, Dax just takes it also. Annie finds out that she didn't actually take it, but then they both end up taking it, is what it gets to. They end up getting really high together, and they're of course seeing a whole bunch of stuff, but really just rounds out into they end up being closer together, because they end up saying what's on their minds, and what those things are is Annie wants to meet Dax's family, but Dax is a little cautious of her meeting her family because Dax is black and Annie's white, and he feels like there might be a hard thing with his family accepting her. So that's how that kind of wraps up, and that's the end of that kind of storyline. But now for Sophia and Shane, the stars of the show. They start off great. They start off really good. They're enjoying their intimate times without the Hearn getting in the way. They start to hit a little bit of a rocky road when Sophia's a little hesitant about getting in the pool and like using the hotel pool. Then makes some comments about the lead singer of the band that he's managing, and then it all hinges on when Sophia says she doesn't want fries, but Shane still orders fries for himself, and Sophia then eats all the fries anyhow. And that was the little spark that Shane must have had all this stored animosity towards, and he's like, you can't just eat my fries when you didn't want fries. You ate them all, and I wanted some. And then he starts to say, you're so narcissistic and you only think about yourself and stuff. And very true, very true. But they have a bit of a fight over all this. Yeah, pretty much. Sophia ends up realizing after the fight of like, yeah, I guess you have a point there. I am pretty selfish and narcissistic. So here, I got you some fries. And gives him some fries, like brings him to him in the pool. And then that's that. Their, relationship restored after that. She admits that she's pretty selfish and stuff, and that's kind of it. But that's such a big part of Sophia's character that I don't know if they can just go ahead and get rid of that. But the conflict is resolved, at least. Per usual, we start somewhere and stuff happens and we pretty much end up in the exact same spot. But there is a hint that Shane might be coming back with her to San Francisco to not be on tour anymore. But that's kind of his job, so maybe we're just supposed to forget about his job from now on out. But anyway, yeah, that was episode 8, The Trip. Like always, hanging out around there at like 2.5 stars out of 10. We'll see if anything gets any better, but episode amounts are running out, so they got a few more episodes to wrap everything up before the season ends. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. So we'll see you next time on Girl Boss and Bourbon. See you later.